Did you know that getting triggered by every little thing doesn't just ruin your day? It's literally making you a weak person? If you're one of those people who lose it over traffic, a comment, or when things don't go your way, this video is about to change your life forever. There's a technique that Dr. Mario Alonso Puig uses to maintain unbreakable emotional control, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to apply it. But listen up, if you bail before the end, you'll miss the most important revelation that can completely transform your character. Being constantly irritated isn't just having a bad moment, it's proof that your mind controls you, not the other way around. Every time you react without thinking, you're handing over your personal power to any random external situation. Today we're going to uncover the 12 most powerful tips from Dr. Mario Alonso Puig for developing unshakable emotional strength. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear is going to make you uncomfortable, but it's also going to set you free. The brutal truth about irritability. Here's the first truth nobody tells you. Getting constantly irritated is an addiction. Yeah, you heard that right. Your brain becomes addicted to the rush of adrenaline and cortisol you produce when you blow up. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig explains that every time you react with anger, you're reinforcing neural pathways that make you more likely to get triggered next time. It's like training a muscle without even realizing it. The person who gets irritated by everything isn't passionate or intense. They're simply someone who lost control of their own nervous system. And the worst part is they don't even realize it. Want to hear something even more shocking? People who learn to control their emotions aren't just happier, they literally live longer. The chronic stress from constant irritability ages your body and mind at warp speed. If this video is helping you, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me what situation irritates you the most. Your support helps me keep bringing content like this. Before we continue, I've got a special gift for you. Look, I need to tell you something personal. Years ago, I was exactly like you. I'd get triggered by anything. One day, after blowing up over something stupid in front of my family, I felt like I lost their respect, and that hurt more than anything else. That's when I decided something had to change. And you know what? You're watching this video for the same reason I sought help back then, because you know this constant irritability is ruining your life. If you don't make a decision today, you're going to keep exploding, you're going to keep damaging your relationships, and you're going to keep feeling weak in the face of any situation. That's why I discovered techniques and strategies that completely changed my life. I'm so convinced this can help you that I decided to give you special content called Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version. This material contains the exact strategies I use to transform my character and my life. It's my gift to you, but here's the thing. I only have limited units available because I want to make sure it reaches people who are actually going to use it. It's available in the video description. You just have to click the link and download it. But don't put it off, because when the units run out, I don't know when I'll make it available again. The Conscious Pause Method. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig reveals that there's a sacred space between stimulus and your response. That space is where your real power lives. Most people react automatically, but strong people choose how to respond. The technique is simple but devastatingly effective. When you feel irritation rising, pause for 6 seconds. In those 6 seconds, your prefrontal cortex regains control over your limbic system. It's the difference between being a slave to your emotions or being their master. But here's the trick nobody tells you. During those 6 seconds, don't think about the situation that's bothering you. Instead, ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be in this moment? This simple question completely changes your emotional state. Weak people react. Strong people respond. And the difference between both is those 6 seconds of conscious pause that can save you from ruining your day or your life. Hit like if you're starting to understand the power of this technique, subscribe for more transformative content, and comment on what seems harder to you, pausing or choosing your response. By the way, I hope you've already downloaded your gift, Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version, from the description. Units are running out faster than I expected, and I don't want you to miss this life-changing content. The emotional victimization trap. Here comes a truth that's going to tick you off. Every time you get irritated, you're choosing to be a victim. Yeah. Even though it hurts to hear, you're handing your power over to external circumstances and turning yourself into an emotional puppet. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig says something brutal. It's not situations that upset us, but our interpretations of those situations. This means your boss doesn't irritate you. Your interpretation of what your boss does irritates you. The difference between an emotionally strong person and a weak one is simple. The strong one asks, "What can I learn from this?" While the weak one asks, "Why is this happening to me?" When you change the question, you change your emotional destiny. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the architect of your own emotional experience. The destructive power of reactivity. Listen to this and burn it into your brain. Every impulsive reaction you have is a micro-defeat. Every time you blow up, you lose a bit of your personal power and reinforce your emotional weakness. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig explains that reactivity is like a drug. It gives you a false sense of relief in the moment, but long-term it makes you addicted to drama and conflict. You become someone who needs to explode to feel alive. Reactive people are predictable. Their enemies know exactly which buttons to press to make them lose control. Do you realize how vulnerable that makes you? Anyone can manipulate your emotions because you're an open book of automatic reactions. But there's a technique Dr. Mario Alonso Puig uses to break this destructive pattern, and I'm going to reveal it in the next point. What you're about to hear will completely change how you handle difficult situations. If this content is impacting you, hit like, subscribe, and comment on what your most destructive reaction has been lately. Your honesty can help others going through the same thing. Remember your gift. Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version, is in the description, but available units are about to run out. Don't let this opportunity to transform your emotional life slip away. The Internal Observer Technique. Here's the technique that can save you from yourself. Become the observer of your own emotions. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig calls this emotional metacognition, the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions from the outside.
When you feel irritation rising, mentally take a step back and observe it like you're a scientist studying a phenomenon. Say to yourself, "Interesting. I'm experiencing irritation. Where is this coming from? What triggered this reaction?" This simple technique creates psychological distance between you and your emotion. You're no longer the emotion, but the one observing it. And when you observe something, you automatically have power over it.
Weak people identify with their emotions. I'm furious. Strong people observe them. I'm experiencing fury. See the difference? One makes you a slave, the other gives you control. The myth of emotional discharge. Here comes another uncomfortable truth. Blowing up doesn't relieve you, it poisons you. The popular belief that it's good to let out your anger is one of the most destructive myths in modern psychology. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig reveals that every time you discharge your anger, you're actually reinforcing the neural circuits of aggression. Your brain interprets that yelling, insulting, or exploding is the correct response. So next time it'll be even easier for you to lose control. Neuroscientific studies are brutally clear. People who regularly discharge their anger have higher cortisol levels, elevated blood pressure, and greater risk of cardiovascular disease. They're literally killing themselves with their own emotions. Want to know what emotionally intelligent people do? They don't discharge, they transmute. They convert that emotional energy into something productive. And in the next point, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. Hit like if this is opening your eyes, subscribe for more revelations like this, and comment if you've ever believed in the myth of emotional discharge. This is important. Units of Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version, are about to run out. If you don't download it now from the description, you could lose these life-changing techniques forever. Don't say, "I didn't warn you." Emotional transmutation. Here's the secret that separates the weak from the strong. Emotional transmutation. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig teaches that anger is pure energy, and like all energy, it can be directed toward constructive purposes instead of destructive ones. When you feel irritation rising, instead of suppressing it or exploding, ask yourself, how can I use this energy for something productive? Anger can become determination. Frustration can transform into motivation for change. Annoyance can be channeled toward creative problem solving. This isn't cheap, positive thinking. It's applied neuroscience. Your brain doesn't distinguish between negative and positive energy. It only recognizes activation. You decide where to direct that activation. Emotionally weak people waste their energy on destructive reactions. Strong ones convert it into fuel for their goals. Imagine if every time someone bothered you, instead of exploding, you used that energy to work out, create something, solve a problem, or improve your life. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig practices what he calls the power question. How can this situation make me stronger? This simple question transforms any irritation into a growth opportunity. The difference between being a victim of your emotions or being their master lies in this ability, transmutation. You don't suppress, you don't explode, you transmute. You convert emotional lead into personal growth gold. But wait, because what comes in the next point is going to completely revolutionize how you see conflicts. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig reveals why the people who irritate you most are actually your best teachers in disguise. Your irritators are your teachers. Get ready for a revelation that's going to change your perspective forever. The people who irritate you most are your best teachers. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig says something that hurts but liberates. What bothers you most about others is what you most need to heal in yourself. This is the law of the emotional mirror. That coworker who drives you crazy with their arrogance is probably reflecting an arrogance you yourself have but don't want to recognize. That person who irritates you with their irresponsibility is showing you an irresponsibility you carry inside. Why do you think there are people who aren't fazed by the same things that drive you crazy? Because they don't have that internal emotional charge. They don't have that button that can be pressed. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig teaches a revolutionary technique. Every time someone irritates you, instead of judging them, ask yourself, what is this person teaching me about myself? What aspect of my personality is being exposed? This perspective transforms every conflict into an opportunity for self-knowledge. You're no longer a victim of others, but a student of yourself. Every irritation becomes a master class on your own internal shadows. Emotionally mature people understand this. There are no villains in their story, only teachers in disguise. Every difficult person is a mirror showing them what they need to work on in themselves. When you embrace this truth, something magical will happen. The same people who used to irritate you will start bothering you less. Why? Because you'll have healed the part of you that resonated with their behavior. If this perspective is blowing your mind, hit like, subscribe, and comment on what you think the lesson is that your biggest irritator is teaching you about yourself. Attention. Only a few units of focus mind, reaching your best version, remain in the description. This content is changing lives, but once they run out, I don't know when I'll make it available again. Don't miss your transformation. The hidden cost of irritability. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig reveals a devastating truth that most people ignore. Constant irritability is costing you everything you value most in life. Not just your peace of mind, but your health, your relationships, your career, and your happiness. Every time you explode, you release a toxic cocktail of stress hormones that literally poison your body. Chronic cortisol destroys your immune system, accelerates aging, increases the risk of heart disease, and deteriorates your brain function. You're slowly killing yourself with your own reactions, but the emotional cost is even more brutal. Every explosion of anger erodes the trust others have in you. Your kids learn that mom or dad doesn't have emotional control. Your partner starts walking on eggshells around you. Your co-workers see you as someone unstable and unpredictable. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig documents cases of people who lost promotions, relationships, and life opportunities simply because they couldn't control their emotional reactions. In the professional world, emotional intelligence is more valued than IQ. You know what the highest cost of irritability is? The loss of self-respect. Every time you lose control, a part of you dies. You become someone you can't admire, someone you can't be proud of. Successful and happy people have something in common. unshakable emotional control. Not because they're perfect, but because they've developed the ability to choose their responses instead of being slaves to their reactions. The question Dr. Mario Alonso Puig asks his patients is brutal, but necessary. How much more are you willing to lose before you decide to change? Because every day that passes without developing emotional control is another day of accumulated losses. Hit like if you're starting to see the true cost of irritability, subscribe for more transformative content, and comment on what you've lost most by not controlling your emotions. This is your last reminder. Focus Mind, reaching your best version, is in the description, but units are literally about to run out. If what you're hearing is impacting you, you need that complete content. Don't let this opportunity pass. The Emotional Strength Formula. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig has developed what he calls the Emotional Strength Formula, and it's devastatingly simple but incredibly powerful. There are 4 components that, when mastered, make you emotionally unbreakable. First component, anticipatory awareness. Strong people identify their triggers before they activate them. They know traffic bothers them, that certain comments irritate them, that specific situations upset them. This awareness gives them strategic advantage. Second component, strategic breathing. When you feel irritation rising, Dr. Mario Alonso Puig teaches the 4 to 7 to 8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system and literally calms your reptilian brain. Third component, instant reframing. Instead of seeing irritating situations as personal attacks, strong people see them as emotional training. Every irritation is an opportunity to strengthen their self-control muscle. Fourth component, constructive action. Weak people keep ruminating about what bothered them. Strong ones channel that energy toward actions that improve the situation or their own life. This formula isn't theory. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig has tested it with thousands of patients, from stressed executives to desperate parents. The results are consistent. Those who apply these 4 components experience radical emotional transformation within weeks. The difference between being a slave to your emotions or being their master lies in consistent practice of this formula. It's not magic, it's method. It's not luck, it's developed skill. But here's the most important part. This formula only works if you practice it when you're not irritated. It's like learning to swim. You can't wait until you're drowning to take lessons. If this formula is giving you hope for real change, hit like, subscribe, and comment on which of the 4 components seems most challenging to implement. We've reached the culmination of everything Dr. Mario Alonso Puig teaches about emotional control. This is the revelation that changes everything. Your irritability isn't your enemy. It's your greatest opportunity for personal evolution. Every moment of irritation is life's invitation for you to become a stronger version of yourself. It's like an emotional gym where you can develop muscles of patience, wisdom, and self-control that most people never develop. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig tells the story of a patient who was known for exploding in work meetings. After applying these techniques for 6 months, he became the most respected person in his company. Why? Because he developed something few people have: unshakable equanimity. Equanimity is the ability to maintain calm and mental clarity no matter what's happening around you. It's the superpower that separates leaders from followers, the wise from the reactive, the strong from the weak. But here's the final secret Dr. Mario Alonso Puig reserves for his most advanced students. When you develop true emotional control, you no longer need to control anything else. Situations that used to upset you simply bounce off your new internal strength. You become what he calls a center of calm in any storm. People seek your presence because you radiate a peace that's contagious. Conflicts resolve more easily when you're present because you don't add drama to the situation. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but when it happens, it's permanent. You don't go back to being the reactive person you were before because you've literally rewired your brain to respond instead of react. The final question, Doctor. Mario Alonso Puig asks, is this: are you ready to become the person you've always admired? Because that person exists within you, they just need to be developed through consistent practice of these techniques. Hit like if you feel ready for this transformation, subscribe to continue this growth journey, and comment, committing to a small change you're going to implement today. Attention. This is literally your last chance to download Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version from the description. Units run out in the next few hours, and after that, I don't know when I'll make it available again. Your complete transformation is one click away. We've reached the end of this transformative journey, but for you, it's really just beginning. Everything, Dr. Mario Alonso Puig teaches about emotional control comes down to one simple but revolutionary truth. You are not your emotions. You are the one experiencing them. This distinction changes everything. It means you're not doomed to be an irritable person forever. It means every destructive reaction you've had was simply the result of skills you hadn't developed yet. And skills can be learned. Let's recap the 12 transformative elements we've explored. The addiction to irritability, the 6-second pause, ending victimization, the destructive power of reactivity, the internal observer technique, the myth of emotional discharge, emotional transmutation, your irritators as teachers, the hidden cost of irritability, the emotional strength formula, and finally, transformation toward equanimity. But knowing these techniques isn't enough. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig is brutally clear about this. Knowledge without action is just intellectual entertainment. Real transformation happens when you take these concepts and apply them consistently in your daily life. Tomorrow, when you wake up, you're going to have multiple opportunities to practice what you've learned. That annoying comment, that frustrating traffic, that irritating situation. They'll all be disguised training sessions to develop your new emotional strength. The person you were when you started watching this video no longer exists. You've been exposed to information that, if you apply it, will turn you into someone completely different. Someone others admire for their calm. Someone who solves problems instead of creating drama. Someone who radiates emotional strength. But the decision is yours. You can close this video and return to the same destructive patterns as always. Or you can make the conscious decision to become the strongest version of yourself. Dr. Mario Alonso Puig says, the moment of transformation isn't tomorrow, it's not next week. It's not when circumstances improve. The moment is now. Are you ready to be that person you've always admired? If this video changed your perspective, show it. Hit like, subscribe to the channel for more transformative content, and comment with your specific commitment to change. Your transformation inspires others to transform too. Before you go, I want to remind you once more that Focus Mind, Reaching Your Best Version, is available in the description as my gift to you. This complete content contains practical exercises, advanced techniques, and a step-by-step plan for your complete emotional transformation. Look, what you just heard in this video is only the tip of the iceberg. In Focus Mind, you're going to find the deep strategies that Dr. Mario Alonso Puig uses with his private patients, techniques that normally cost thousands of dollars in therapy, but that I decided to share with you because I firmly believe everyone deserves to have control over their emotions. Inside this content, you'll discover the exact 21-day method to reprogram your automatic reactions, advanced breathing exercises that calm your nervous system in seconds, and most importantly, how to create an emotional shield that protects you from any irritating situation. But here's the reality. It's only available for a limited time. Why? Because I want to make sure it reaches people who are truly committed to their transformation, not those who just seek entertainment. I've seen too many people who consume content after content without ever applying anything. If you made it to the end of this video, if what you heard resonated with you, if you feel that internal call that it's time to change, then this content is for you. It's not a coincidence you're here. It's not a coincidence you found these techniques right when you need them most. Inside Focus Mind, you'll also find real cases of people who completely transformed their emotional lives using exactly these strategies. Stories of executives who stopped exploding in meetings, parents who regained their children's respect, Couples who saved their marriages simply by developing emotional control. But I need to be honest with you. Once available units run out, I don't know when I'll make this available again. I'm focused on creating new content and don't want to saturate with the same material. The question is simple. Are you going to be the same reactive, irritable person in a year, or are you going to make the decision to transform yourself today? Your future self is waiting for you on the other side of this decision. It's in the video description. You just have to click the link and download it. But do it now, because when you close this video and return to your daily routine, it's easy to forget this moment of clarity and motivation. Your complete emotional transformation is just one click away. Don't let this opportunity to change your life forever slip away.